because Danny, Mark, these two were the players as well, all the way back in MESL. Zakota, you remember we casted that event as well together. During MESL, this team went to the grand finals. They were against the sides of Extremely Slay. They pushed it to game number 7, and only in game 7 they crumble out down there. And that were the only two players from this current roster who participated. But now I have to see. It's a first banning phase, or Lapu Lapu has been taken care of. I've been calling it from the previous itself. Need to ban the Lapu Lapu. He's been taken care of. But that leaves room open for a lot of other picks as well, ZL. What are your views about the Basha and the Bruno ban?
Pretty good picks, pretty good bans. That's all. Pretty, yeah. Like in the old meta, Baxia was like before the new patch note, Baxia was one of the first pick, and because you could have played him in jungle and Roamer EXP, but now I think that Baxia isn't that strong, so it's still a good pick, but yeah, maybe not.
We'll have to see. We'll have to see right now. I mean, a few of the bands are just like the previous series as well, Zakota, right? The Baxia, the Uranus, but the two new things, the Lapu Lapu as well, that Birthright have decided out. They've got a possibility picking up a lot of mages out in the mid. Is for grabs. Kimi is also there. Zesh there, and they banned out the Ascension as well. So the other side can't really pick a counter and a solid jungler.
I mean, the only thing you have to respect this entire game is Lolo is mid lane. He is an absurdly good mage. I think top 3 in the entire tournament. Only a little behind Mark, but still it's a menace to be dealt with. You don't want to leave him the first, you don't want to leave him the Kimi, especially you don't want to leave him the Odette. I've seen him play Odette a lot, especially in a 5Q scenario. With Uzin as well, they've played for a lot of time together, so you know they have that synergy built against them, but still they're gonna pick out the Badang first, ignoring that Fan, ignoring that Farsa, ignoring that Kimi as well.
I mean, to be honest, that's a pretty interesting pick for me, right? Because Farsa should have basically been the priority, but they still lock in the Badang. We did see him in the previous series. Both the times it was Ake who were trying to pick that, and they almost tried to make it work, but it was still a bit difficult for it because it did not really work out perfectly. ZL, you mentioned as well how it gets a bit difficult to work with a Badang if it does not properly give you a 3-man 4-man setup for yourself, but still Birthright prioritizing that. They let through the Lancelot, they let through the Farsa, and they have basically proved super solid throughout the previous series.
I mean, Uzin on the Lancelot is not a new thing. We know he's very capable with these assassin types. We know he's really good on the Joe. We know he's really good on the Lancelot. His Fanny is really decent as well, but it's still a risk pick every time. Even if you're really good on Fanny, there's still always that what-if possibility. But still, Zetian getting picked out alongside the Phoveus, one of the most picked heroes this tournament, Phoveus. I mean, he's a solid XP laner. But Zedel, who would you have to pick in the jungle for Birthright?
For Birthright, I would have go definitely for an assassin. Either Hayabusa or even a Link would maybe work, but I'd go for Hayabusa, honestly. I think he's going on Hayabusa. I don't think he's going to go tank, because to catch the Irrital is kind of... It's still good. Fredrin is still a good pick here. Because we have the Badang to engage, and we have a lot of damage from Phoveus, a lot of CC. But I think they're going for an assassin.
I mean, I agree with you to some extent, but what if they're gonna go for the Kasha jungle to deny that Lancelot entry? I mean, it's gonna have that lockdown potential with a suppression as well, just pulling them back into the line, again in the stand of Badang, in the stand of Phoveus, and go for Moscow on the gold. I mean, they have the Irrital, yes, but still they try to go for something that's going to work for them. The Minotaur is going to get banned out, and that's maybe a hint to the Kasha jungle.
I think that playing Kaja here, you would have nothing to kill not enough damage, I think, for the backlane, and I think that Phoveus and Badang are enough to stop the Lancelots. Yeah, and Zetian is also has some CC and has his passive to take away the Lancelot. I don't think that Lancelot needs to get more counter than this. I think they really need some assassin to kill the Irritel. Yeah.
I partly agree with both of your points at this time. I would have gone for a Kaja into the jungle had your roamer been a more of a witty roamer, something along the lines of either a Raphael or a Florin, or maybe trying to pick an Angela up to get that extra bit of hard guard and sustain up for the team. But at the same time, right now, I agree with what Zedil said. You have the Badang, you have the Phobius, you don't really have a lot of damage to take down either the Irithel or the Farsa. So that is a bit of a problem.
Yeah, especially with the Zetian. Zetian doesn't have a lot of damage. Just she can poke, but she doesn't have the burst damage of Farza, for example.
But even so, the Kufra has been banned out, which is a possible hint towards the Fanny or Limping. As you said, it's still too early to tell. Arlott is open on the table for Memento Mori, and I think I'm gonna go for the Kaja on the roam. Interesting pick. I mean, the Kaja was predicted, but for the wrong side. Even so, the Arnold is still on the table, which is going to be a pretty solid XP laner from Memento Mori. But what do you think BIRTHRIGHT is going to go? Do you think they're going to go for the Fanny?
Pretty good pick, Fanny, if he mastered it. Ooh. But I think that the Kaja pick is not good at all against Badang Phobius, Zetian. So I think that the draft of left of Birthrights, I think they're going to win.
To be very honest, I think so. I'm gonna go a bit more towards Memento Mori this time around. Just because of the fact that yes, you've got the Moscow, you've got the Zacian as well, but Barca on the other side, Slot on the other side, and it has his hands on that Kaja. So even though the Suyu would want to dive in, he would be suppressed eventually in the Divine Judgment. And the Arlott pickup can try and set things up for your final slash, try to cast that Moscow while also trying to position during that entire chaos. I think so. Momentum. Zakota, it's up on you now to decide who's winning it.
I mean, I have to agree with both of you, but I think BIRTHRIGHT is going to take the win due to their experience. Yes, Memento Mori has a pretty stacked lineup, but still, I like the Jukshin. I just like the Jukshin. It can cancel out the Farce if I'm not mistaken, and the Moscow is just a menace on the goal lane to deal with. The only thing I don't like is the Suyu. Suyu is such a volatile pick right now. It can go both ways. It can work, it cannot work. But against the Farce, I would never go a Suyu because you don't get that extra armor. You don't get that extra damage resistance. But still, it's, again, too early to tell. We have to see what's going to happen during the game. The drafts have already been locked in. I mean, we predicted a little bit, right? The Hayabusa, but we didn't predict correctly. The Kaja as well. I mean, the only good prediction was Arlott, honestly.
But all of those predictions are now going to be let alone on one side. Zedil, pick your winner game just based on this draft. Who do you think? Will it be BIRTHRIGHT to win it? Memento Mori. Give your predictions in a second now, as ladies and gentlemen, we'll be jumping into the land of dawn. It's the second quarter finals right now in the MEC. We will be so excited to see this entire game roll out. And it's going to be Zakota, Zedil, and me, Scared Yet, as your casters for this one. Now, Zedil, predict your winner for this game.
I would go for the right side because I hate this Suyu pick. I don't think that this Suyu can go on the back lane. What?
I see what you mean, but the Suyu can go both ways. It can go against a Farsa very well, and it can cancel out the Lancel. It can catch him when he uses that puncture and uses that dash skill, As soon as he gets that first skill charged up, you can have a different thing. But look at Loloi! Falls down in the mid lane. Again, look at that early game potential from Mark and Danny on the mid tiers together like glue. Zedil, here we're seeing a big trade going on in the top lane. We're seeing the Lancelot move up towards them. Look at Mark is there. Big dash is coming through. Phantom Execution not there yet. What do you think of the Lancelot's rotation?
It's pretty good. He made the Phobius Flicker, but I think even without the Flicker, he's still going to get a good impact. But yeah, the rotation is just like
Slarky is gonna almost fall down. Pankra doesn't get that passive stack on him. Lolo is gonna try to support, but still, it's gonna be a trade again in favor of Birthright. And got that tower plating of Moscow was playing extremely close, but look at Lolo. He's almost get at level 4 power spike compared to Danny, which already reached. Nazardo is in the mid bush, waiting for the turtle to be spawned. Look at Uzin, not even aware of the Phovis in the bush. Danny is moving closely.
The Phovis.
Big damage. SOD connects, but still that Moscow doesn't choose to teleport, but he does. Look at that triple kill in the hands of Mark. Sakamoto is gonna be up next on the chopping block. Are we gonna see a mania coming from the roamer? No, we are not. Nazardo takes that honor away from him. Look at Levido. Is he gonna kill Slarky out? I don't think he's gonna fully commit to it.
What a start by the Barank. It's 4-0-1. The early game got destroyed by Birthright.
I mean, it's just that ultimate coming from the Wuzetian. It's just gonna allow it to clash down and stun. That's why it's such a unique hero. It can stun multiple targets with the same ultimate, so it stacks. But even so, Sakamoto didn't get his power pack at level 4, but Dang reached it before him. He's level 5 on the roam. But look at Nazarda and Yorsky just trading on the top lane. Lancelot is there just trying to help Arlott as much as possible.
Yeah, but it's useless. I don't think they can kill the Phovis.
I think they have enough damage.
I don't particularly think it's entirely useless right now, because Phobius would need to run
my
away.
God,
Oh my god!
He needs to run away. There's a support coming in from Levi as well, and what a time to jump in. Instantly picking off Vronsky, and now Mark is gonna try and take slot Uzin. He can either run away into the well or he can jump down the cliff, and it decides the latter. Jumping into the hands of Cristiano Nazardo. Shuts it down on the top side. Now that gold is going to be taken up.
Look at Lolo just trying to steal out that little wanderer in the mid lane, but still he doesn't get it. Zedel, if you were in the hands of Uzin, what would you build? Would you go for a tankier Lancelot or would you go for the pure damage Lancelot?
I would go still for the tank build. I think if we go damage, I think playing damage in high level 5v5 is not really.
Sakamoto, look at that big stun. SOD connects. Big stun onto Sakamoto upon the blue buff wall. Lev is there. He's gonna get shut down by Loloi. Big stun.
They
Nice
got
numbers
2
being
kills.
put up right now. Absolutely. They got 2 kills out of just one. Sakamoto, the only one to fall out there, though. It's going to be stunned up. Mark out alone into the wild. It's going to be running back to safety as well as Pankrat joins into the action as well, trying to take down the other side, but he just does not have enough damage now. 3 people all around the world. This is Mr. Worldwide Fight out there. Uzin styles onto them as he steals away the turtle, only to fall to his death as well. But at least he minimizes the damage, Zakota.
Look at final slash coming through on Danny. Feather airstrike follows through as well, but Sakamoto is going to try to stun him down. Not enough damage, but Jonas is going to get that final blow upon him. If you didn't notice in a bot lane, Slarky lost a 1v1 to Nazardo. I mean, as an Irritel losing to a Phobius this early on is a pretty big sign of an upcoming defeat. But look in the top lane, the Suyu is there trying to cancel out the Arlott. 3 people in the bot lane. 2 people rotating towards the top from either side, but look at Nazardo is making his way super closely.
Seems to be a bit more tough out there, but yeah, everyone else just trying to rendezvous over towards the top side right now, since it's still 70 more seconds for this next turtle. A 2.2 thousand gold lead out here. ZL and Birthright has so much control in this early game. What do you think Memento Mori now need to do to try and come back in this game?
I think they can't do much to take down this Phovis. Kind of impossible. I think they're gonna just lose this game and ban the Phovis or get a better draft against him. Get a Kimi maybe. Watch Phovis.
Oh, for now, we'll talk about that in an instant, as it's already the first pick. Cristiano takes one down, Levi follows up as well as Slarky was all the way left on an island. Sun needs to run awake. It's not his days yet, as he tries to sit there with the divine judgment, but there's no one he can judge onto right now. Everyone is so damn strong on the other side. Birthright have got so much more control.
Right, slash.
all alone out there, goes in for the final slash only to clear the minions as
yeah,
everyone else jumps into the tower as well. The bombardment on the head, and that's a massive shutdown. Loloi is able to take Cristiano Nazardo down. It seems like finally we've seen the kryptonite of this Superman.
In the top lane, Levi won the 1v1 against Uzin. That is a crushing defeat already. But look at Sakamoto.
Oof.
Still wants to take them down, Danny. First one to fall out there as well. Pancrat
Hey,
wants to
yo.
survive. Sakamoto up on his face. Mark still holding
What?
him down with the SOD. Jumps in all of them's hands. That was absolutely massive blunder coming in from him. Just delivers his life as in a silver platter onto the other side, and there goes the turtle.
Even so, they still have the possibility of fighting. The Kaja don't have the Divine Judgment yet. Arlo just basically got his ultimate back, but look at that Phobius damage.
Still wants to take them down along with Levi, catching on to one
Loloi
already.
there.
Makes it a double. Loloi out there alone, left nothing to do as Ronsky. That is not really the way where your base actually is, son. Out alone in front of 4. And he will fall, he will crumble. Only to try and buy enough time for his team to actually go for their own jungle farm. But look at Mark Zakota. He's just on the face of Uzin.
Not much Uzin can do. Mark is just a mess. The Badang is a big counter. I mean, he's a stun. He's annoying for all assassins.
Sit down.
Big shutdown, right? ZL perfectly noticed out there as well. And but here's the thing. That shutdown went in for Sakamoto. The feathered airstrike right now. They're trying to land it, but the flicker out from Danny makes him survive. And there's no one else that you can actually deal a lot of damage to. But at least they have made this comeback. And now
Yep.
it seems like ZL that they can win.
Yeah, because I think that Birthright literally throw their games. The Phobius with his first death under the tower makes the turtle fight lose, completely lost. And now Suyu also dying. I think that they're throwing their games, and now that we're going to hit the late game, Memento Mori can win this.
I mean, 3 turtles in favor of Team Memento Mori. I think that's a sign of the retribution battle that can happen. The Lancelot has an easier execution line compared to Suyu. You have too many options with that hero. Even so, he's gonna go for the full damage build. I assume he's going for that endless battle second item. He has that dagger to allow him to clear faster, but Levi just got his Queen Wings, allowing him to get an extra cooldown. But look at Sakamoto!
Oh. Yeah, he's going to be surviving out there though, but a triple man stun out there from the Zacian. Does not really matter. It was only for a disengage out there, but the river control is still being maintained by Birthright. They've got so much vision because of Danny on the Zacian, and he's also got his passive up, so can't really catch all of them unless you set things up with the final slash. The Phobius tries to get things for his team. Turtle's gonna be taken by Uzin. Wants to jump away. Final slash catching 3 in the back, but they're all caught by Padang. The fish trap perfect as the SOD in the back line will take down a double of Pancrat. Catching all of them. And now the Farsa trying to survive will land one shot onto the Phobius, but it does not matter. Pancrat still takes it as the Lord will march down on the base of Birthright from bottom.
Slark is the only one alive. The retribution battle has been lost. I mean, Memento Mori really gained a lead by getting that Lord. They closed down the gold gap, but they lost that fucking war after. Even so, it's a nice thing to say. I mean, facing Birthright is, you know, taking just a big leap of faith. With that Kaja on the roam, with that Arnold on the XP, not getting a lot of support, not getting that many stuns. He only relies on himself for a stun. And with the Farsa, I mean, taking the path of just not playing as safe as we saw last game in the hands of Ake's Mage as in Nyando's hands. We saw how dangerous he was just playing for positions. He was not playing for fights.
I agree. Nandayo was doing a fantastic job on that Farsa as well, positioning himself. But to be honest, I think so. His front lining was also pretty solid. Right now, Loloi does not really have that good of a front line. Sakamoto and Ronsky both have to jump on the faces of Birthright to try and set their team up for success. That leaves room open for them to catch Loloi. And he's basically being caught by the spear of destruction from Pancrat, and that has been a big problem. I think so. It's about time that
Final
Uzin
slash.
decides to go and clear the side lanes. Yeah, I mean, but not really catching anyone out there, so still gonna be up in a while though. But Zedel, again, it seems Birthright now have got back the control.
Yep, only 2,000 gold there, though. So I think that's the Irital and the Farza, the Alots. Only the Kaja is making me. I think the Kaja pick isn't worth at all. I don't know how he's going to catch the Moscow, or yeah, he can only catch the Moscow, and around the Badang and the Phobos, it's kind of impossible for him.
As you said, the only targets he can go is maybe Mark as well, but he has to rely on Slarky's damage and the damage from Lola Azul to burst him down. That gold would come in hand to help finally Slarky get his full item, but still 18 seconds to the Lord, 15 seconds marching down. It's a 20 kill game. I mean, 28 kill game, 12 kills in favor of Team Birthright. Still, no Lords, no Turtles. We saw how dangerous Uzin is on that Lancelot with his executions. But still, the top
Yeah.
lane is looking like a fight about to cook. Lord is up. Dead lane is getting cleaned by Pancrat as we speak. Look at Nazaro, he's being careful. Danny as well. He has that ultimate ready to reveal the enemies to get an extra stun. But man,
Oh,
man.
look at Uzin. Look at Uzin. He's in a position where he can do a bit of damage out right now, but Sakamoto eating up a bit from the other side as well. Just a small poke coming in from the Phobius. Now there goes the ultimate. There goes the reveal out there. Uzin up in the open, getting caught as well in the fish crack.
Lancelot, get
He
out.
will be shut down. He will be taken down. What a chase from Pancrat as he also takes the Farsa. He will finally fall. As it's Erithiel to take that 1 kill away, but it's a 2-for-1 trade. Good thing you've taken the marksman down of the other side, so they cannot fast take this Lord.
I mean, Levy was getting targeted down, but look at
Oh.
Sakamoto.
Caught in an opposition out now. He wanted to give vision for Slarky, but eventually, in an off angle, he was finished off. Danny, he's going to flicker out of the harm's way as well of the heavy crossbow, which is dealing a lot of damage. Slarky has got the Berserker's Fury, but no amount of crit damage can make you brute force your way through Cristiano when he's standing up in front of you, scoring those bonks on top of you as there's the killing spree.
Hazard.
Finally, the feathered airstrike will get enough damage on the other side, but not before they take the Lord for themselves. Finally, Birthright take their first neutral objective of the game.
First objective won. I mean, the jungle wasn't there, and Yornsky got stunned by the Badang. I mean, he couldn't even open the map for Lancelot, even if he wanted to. But still, one bad fight could turn the game around. Birthright still has the lead with the most towers pushed. 5 only turrets standing right now are the inhibitors, and 1 mid turret for the side of MOMENTO MORI, which are defending. But either way, Moscow had a really bad play there. He was just trying to 2v1. He was just trying to fight everyone at the same time. And I think that's a big mistake. You are still Moscow at the end of the day. You are still a squishy hero. You don't have Inspire. You don't have Purify. You have the Flicker. So you need to play a little bit behind your time. But look at Danny's assists. Man.
Yeah, a bit too much out there now. It's going to be a bit of a problem to deal with this Lord, but still, Zedel, I think so they have enough wave clear to deal with this Lord quickly. Hold on, they're actually chasing Levi down. Pancrat is low in the HP as well. So I don't think so the inhibitors will fall, but Zedel, they managed to defend this wave quickly.
Ay. I don't know how the Lancelot died, but it wasn't the right moment to...
Oh. Absolutely. He eventually died out there as a surprise for everyone. But look at Cristiano. It's going to be taken down instantly, but they managed to take away 2 inhibitors, Zakota, and almost took down the third one as well. That is a big macro win coming in for the side of Birthright as they still want to take the fight as MOMENTO MORI want to try and force this out forward. Mark low in the HP, but Slarky chasing on his own Ducati is not far to finish them off. And then inhibitor on the bottom side almost falling down as well. Have the access of their own jungle.
As Zedel said, the second Uzin died, their defense rate went from 100% to basically 50%. It's a good thing that Sakamoto managed to pull someone off with a advantage. But look at Pancrat, he's alone!
Yeah, he's alone out there in an island though. He's still surviving. There's a lot of damage. Holy! Took 4 members. to finally take him down, as now the follow-up's gonna
Snark
come
is
in.
there.
Levi is catching
Snark!
one. He needs to catch all of them, but guess what? The other side is also pretty solid. Shut down from Slarky, gets a triple as well. And Ronsky will put Levi off of his misery. Seems like there's no Beast Titan on the other side for this Levi to take down. He's getting destroyed, as it's a 3-for-1 trade for Memento.
Memento Mori finally got their momentum going. 10 seconds to Lord. Levy is gonna be so far behind. The only members alive are Nazardo, Pancrat, and Danit that will be able to fight. Uzin has Retribution, even if he's not doing extremely well in the kill scenario. He is doing a good job of securing the objectives. Larky, on the other hand, is a complete monster on the Irrital. Still, no contestation for the Lord in the bot. We're gonna see probably a big push coming from the side of Memento Mori and maybe even a game end.
Seems to be a bit of a problem out there now. Lord marching down from mid. All three lanes will be pushing in together. Zedel, they need to manage their waves quickly. Do you think Birthright can defend this Lord?
They can definitely defend this because they have so many towers, and I don't think they can get ended like this because of their picks. But I think the end of the match is probably going to be a win for Memento. If Irrital still strikes like she did.
Highly possible now. Zakota, they are on their own struggles now, but the big problem with Moscow is that he could be caught out there. Sakamoto flickered in front, but was dashed back onto the ball as well as Cristiano on the faces of Slarky. The wind of nature being used up as well. Cristiano out in the open, left alone. Ronsky's been taken down as well. It's a 1-for-1 trade for both the EXP laners, as we still are on a stalemate, and the inhibitors are standing for the side of Birthright, but maybe not for long, as the feathered airstrike is going to zone them all off. The bottom one should fall, but look at the back line. It's a massive fish crack play. Irithiel will fall. No immortality can save you. Pancrat saves his team, as Uzin will be taken down by this Sasuke. And he wants to chase them all down. Sakamoto will run away as well, back to safety. Loloi still holding up. And that's the SOD at the perfect time. Loloi, the only one left. And it's a wave pushing down in mid.
It is defendable. Lurski is alive. The minions can get pushed out using the final surge. But look at Loloi.
Oh my god. It's not getting defended now. Loloi is falling down. They chased him out, and the crystal's gonna be open. And Birthright claim the first.
Birthright is gonna follow up again with a Lapu Lapu and Rano. Zedel, what do you think should go next?
Asban, I don't know. Maybe the Kimi, I don't know. There are so many good picks. So again, the Baxia.
I mean, the Baksha is a pretty good thing, but we're seeing a few technical issues, but doesn't matter, you know.
Kage
Kagebushi
no Jutsu, man.
Exactly.
No Jutsu.
You know, we had that Sasuke last game, but let's see. I think they're gonna go for a ban on the mid lanes. The Kimi should go out. I don't know if Lolo really likes that Kimi on the mid lane. He can play it, but he's not extremely competent on it compared to his actual proper mages. He still lacks on the game because he doesn't apply the pressure as much as he should. Even so, I mean, Mark, we know he's a monster. Danny, we
True. We'll have to see, you know, which one works actually very well for them. I don't think so they care about Farsa being picked up or the Kimi being picked up on the other side, for as long as they can get their hands on the Zishin. And they've also banned out the Yi and Shin in the jungle as well, so they don't really mind giving a priority pick onto the other side. Now Kimi has been picked up. I'm pretty sure we're going to see a Farsa being picked up early on, along with something along the lines of probably a Phoveus yet again. We clearly saw in the previous game how annoying Phoveus was and how he's also being one of the biggest priorities in that EXP lane. But I personally want to see something along the lines of a Yu Zhong. I mean, I personally think in order to counter the mid lane controlling heroes like the Kimi or the Farsa or the Eve, Yu Zhong gives you one of the best opportunities, Zedil. What do you think?
Yeah, definitely. If you go Fovis against Kimi, it's not a good idea against her, but maybe against her teammates, it can be still good. So yeah, Yuzong can
I
win
think
for
so
sure.
too. I think so too. But guess what? Oh, okay. They pick up an Arlott and a Fredrin early on, Zakota. Talk to me through this. An early Fredrin and an Arlott pick against a Kimi?
I mean, it's as old as the fire. I mean, it's a combination from since Arlott launch, from since Frederick launch. You get that constant stance coming in from the Frederick, you get that constant stun coming from the Arlott, so it's just a mess, though. But you're gonna see Sakamoto on the Minotaur. It was banned last game, and we're gonna see a really nice pick with a Bruno early, but a Granger is left open.
Also lock it in at the last possible pick right there for the first phase. So I think so. It's a pretty decent matchup against a Bruno early on, but there's a Minotaur on the other side, and I personally feel ZL I'm not a very big fan of such an early Minotaur pick in the draft.
Yeah, me too. The Minotaur. I don't know. She's going to CC the tank, the Fredrin, the Alots. Yeah, but it's still going to be great if the Kimi and the Bruno are here for the damage. So for the moment, I really like the draft of Memento. I just think that their picks are stronger. I think that Kimi and Bruno are dealing so much damage, especially Kimi is such a deadly
Mhm.
picks for Fredrin. But if Arlott has to play well
I
to
agree.
de-engage this Kimi.
I agree. You have to get those final slashes on point though. But I do like Zakota taking away the Matilda, making sure that Fredrin is not easily able to rotate through the map using the guiding winds as well. While the answer for Birthright is in the form of that Lancelot. They are choking down that jungle pool, and I think so they can focus the next ban as well on another jungler.
I mean, the only thing I would disagree with, what if the Arlott goes on the roaming position and they pick out another fighter on the experience lane? It's gonna work a little bit better, as we know. Mark
True.
Danny plays that Arlott extremely well. It's a really difficult hero to play in the roaming position. Even the XP, Arlott is hard to play because you need extremely good timing. Even so,
Yeah.
with a Fredrin and an Arlott roam, you're gonna constantly rotate together, you're gonna constantly start team fights, you're gonna provoke everything. And a Minotaur, I don't think is gonna face up against a hero who has CC immunity like Arlott.
I think so too. I absolutely think that as well. But again, a Joy being banned out early on. We did see a Joy being picked up in the previous series, but that did not really work out well, right, for the side of Aki out here. And to be honest, it is a bit difficult to pull a Joy up against a lineup that has got a good amount of CC unless you have got a perfect rhythm of Joy, right? Lined up all the four of those, or rather all the three of those at the perfect beat with your skill too. So again, it kind of is a bit difficult. You need to get your timings right. It's not pretty easy to pull just like a Lancelot. You dash in, boom, 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 get a Thorn Rose and ult out of the way while also dealing damage to everyone across that. So I think so. Maybe they could have focused down a bit more on some of the other picks, maybe the Ling or something that pairs up well with the Minotaur in the jungle position. But it's absolutely fine. Rafaela now being banned out as the final one, and Valentina being picked up. Now I love that ZL. I like the Valentina pick.
Yeah, for the Minotaur ult, it's pretty good. And now I'm just wondering which jungler is my Memento is going to pick. Maybe Hayabusa or Fanny. Fanny should be could be very very good.
I don't think you're going to go for the fan into an Arlott Frederick, and especially with the Valentina
Exactly.
taking the Minotaur ultimate, the Minotaur Fury is going to just knock her up in a team fight. Even if you're good on Fanny, I mean, the Gushan!
Huh?
No way.
Jet back in the lobby, I believe.
Just no limit
Well,
in the lobby. Let's just hope. Maybe it's a technical issue. Let's just not. It's that there's not a Gushan there. You guys are. It's it's a mix between Yu Zhong, Ling, Fanny, and Hayabusa is the same hero in once. But still, what if it's a Kimi jungle and it's a Gushan in the mid lane?
No way.
I don't entirely disagree with that as well, because I think so that could be the case. That's the first thing I thought in my mind as soon as I saw the Gujin being picked up. Because think about it, right? You pick up a Gujin you don't really want to give proper good ultimates to Valentina now for the last two picks. And Phoveus and Gusion, even though they have impactful ultimates for themselves, they are technically useless for a Valentina. So you're now basically choking Valentina down to only pick up the Minnow and Fury. But guess what? It pairs up so very good with the Tigreal. I love the draft coming in from Birthright right now. I think so they've won it in the last two picks. What about you, Zedin?
I don't really like the Tyrell pick. I think the support could be better. But I think I'll say Memento Mori is going to get this game. I hope.
Even with the Gusion.
Yeah, because
All right,
the Phoveus can make change, can make a lot. Phoveus can definitely savage here. Like, who can kill the Phoveus? I think that's, yeah, because of Phoveus, thanks to Phoveus, Memento Mori can win this.
It is a Gusion in the jungle. It's a bit of an interesting choice. I mean, even the Alucard, I think, would have been a better pick here to just burst down the Fredrin, because he got a recent buff allowing him to take an extra emblem on himself. He doesn't have to go for the jungle here, but it's a bit odd seeing Uzin on the Gusion. I mean, I've seen it in rank, but I haven't expected him to pick it in, competitive play.
Guess what? I mean, it seems that he's absolutely fine picking it up in the competitive play as well out here. Ladies and gentlemen, as we'll be moving on to this game number 2, instantly, Memento Mori up on the blue side this time, trying to force a game 3 against Birthright, who already have a 1-0 lead for themselves. We'll have to see which one of them will get the win. Pancrat up against Slarky in the gold lane now. We already know how that gold lane fight, Gokra fight goes on though, but look at the amount of poke Lolo is actually doing onto Danny and Mark.
Kimi, man. Kimi, goated pick.
I mean, Zed, you guys have a lot of experience with picking out the Phoveus. From what I see, Zeus he really likes that hero. What do you think should be the proper build for him this game?
Probably the Warax, and then a lot of defense, and also full defense could be good. But look at this, look at this. If you get the space, if Gusion get the space, you can do some things. And I think
Beautiful
that
pick.
The damage of Kimi can. Gusion don't really need to kill to deal a lot of damage. He can just come and finish the kills, because and Phoveus also later is going to deal a lot of damage to create the space.
Yeah, right now
but he's throwing the game.
Lovely flicker play coming in from Mark, the Sacred Hammer, absolutely perfect. And now we're gonna try and retreat back as Loloi will be taking Cristiano down out in the open. 1-for-1 trade coming in for both of these teams. But again, now it's going to be the fight towards the turtle. Bronski out right away on the back of Levi. But look at the damage. Danny, he needs to run away now. He's still being struggling out there. It's Tigreal to take the turtle up for the team though, as Bronski joins in. But Uzin will shut Danny down instantly. But does it absolutely matter? No, it's still a 500 gold lead for Memento, Zakota.
I mean, Memento Mori picking out the Gusion is an unexpected moment, but I believe Gusion also got a recent buff in the patch notes, which allows him to teleport a lot faster. They removed a bit of the forcing, but even so, I mean, they just need to wait for the Fredrin to get his first item, and for Nazardo as well to get that Fury Hammer, which I assume he's going for.
I think so too. Zedel, again, we were on the verge of discussing about the first few items as well for the Phoveus, but what do you think about the Sky Piercer on the Kimi as the first item?
I think she's going to destroy all their enemies and stack up until 80. That's what I'm thinking.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah, I don't think anyone can really reach that Kimi. Only Alot can surprise her.
Danny picking out the Minnow and Fury to try to get an extra knockup in the fight, allowing in the Gusion is actually a decent pick if you think about it, because you don't get crowd control immune when you teleport, but the Genius Wand as a first item is a bit of a statement, right? You're gonna just want to focus on farming. But look at the fight in mid lane.
Considering there are 3 big, chunky people on the other side. I don't know if Genius Wand is really the best item. Those early silence row might actually be a problem. Just a few back and forth exchanges out there, as the way of the world was also used up by the Bruno, but not really getting anything. And also, he's lost a couple of minions down in the bottom lane, while a bit of a gold was also being chunked by Pancrat there. We'll probably see the fight over towards the turtle, as again the river buff is there for the movement speed. And Starkey has picked up the Heart's Claw. Granger is up on the rotation now. This fight is going to be crucial.
Well,
and I
Slash.
believe it's going to be
Look at
Birthright
the
to
fight.
eventually get the win, as well as they quickly move up forward. Again, the Praises Wrath almost catching Sakamoto, but Pancrat is there to do the job, complete it all the way done, fulfilled, and Vronsky will follow the same fate like his roamer. The Gujin could not do anything in that team fight, and there goes the turtle for Birthright.
Are we going to
ZL.
see an invade? Levi still has the retribution. Big stun. Retrified, and Uzin gets it.
Yeah.
And it's really
Missed
hard
out
to
on
win a
that one.
Gushin on the retribution. I mean, he's one level ahead of the Fredrin. But they already swapped the lane. I mean, Slarky almost fully pushed at the bot tier turret. Final Slash comes through, jumping on Bruno to give a little bit of a scare, but Ranger's gonna trade for the top lane as the Bruno's gonna take that bot lane turret. But look at the Minotaur's positioning. They want to invade.
And he was also probably going in for a Winter Crown maybe early on. Or could also be the Flask of Aces. We'll have to see on that one right now, as it's not really a full-fledged invade out there. Again, you can clearly see the wall of defense being made by Birthright right now. They know what Memento want to do. They know the win condition of Memento, and they are playing against it. They're making sure that Pancrat farms on this Granger. And I believe he's been doing a pretty solid job right now, but look at the position of Sakamoto. His Minon Fury could be crucial for this one fight if they want to go in and engage. But look at the back line. Vronsky is eventually caught out there, but still, he's going to survive out with a bit of a damage on his face as Cristiano eats up a bit too. Everyone now rendezvousing over towards the mid with Levi, who will move back to safety now. But Logoi is out in the open, purifying out of the halfway with the Minon Fury, landing on 3, and it's Danny to set things up for his team as they get 3 of 1. Phenomenal play from Birthright Dakota.
I mean, from just thinking a little bit, I did see a bit of Gushin getting played in the Philippines in some scrims. I seen some screenshots, but I don't think it's really great in the team comp. But look at the damage!
Oh! Outplay!
Almost catching Cristiano, but yes, the outplay was picture perfect. And guess what? Ozen's got nothing left right now. He can get 1, but 1 is all he will get. Eventually giving the shutdown away to Pancrat as well, and that still is a win for them. But guess what? They're trying to take it away from the other side as it's all down. Only Levi standing in with the turtle, and he will fall just like the turtle as well. And a nice trade by Memento Mori on the other side. But they still do not have the goal lead right now as they try to push down on that mid lane. It's going to be a 3v4 scenario. Pushing in upright, catching only 2 though, but the Minon Fury almost cancelling out the implosion as the focus lands in 3. The bounce, picture perfect as Lolo. He gets the first one, traded instantly as well. A double kill for this Kimmy, as he will take down the tier 1 of the mid. And finally, ZL, they get the lead.
Ton of damage upon Levi just walked out of the base and is already halfway down on his HP. Pancrat is not gonna be enough damage. I agree with what Zedel said. Slarky and Lolo are just gonna carry the entire game. Vronsky is gonna be the front line they need, and Sakamoto is gonna be the set. That's the only thing they deserve. But even so, Holy Crystal in the hands of Uzin soon. I mean, he's gonna go to best of 3 series. I mean, hey, it's gonna be the same. First pick.
Probably. If you're blue side, you win. And ZL, it has been happening from the previous series, you know. If you are blue side, you are winning. Do you think it is because of the draft and how there are just so many good heroes that blue side will always get one of the good heroes?
No, I don't think so. Because they got they actually first picked the Kimi, which is pretty deadly. So no, I don't. It's not that simple.
Probably possible though, but hold on. Conceal Pick coming right
no.
now. They want to try and catch all of them though. But then Minon Fury is going to catch 3 of them. And the Flask of Oasis is helping Sakamoto survive. But not for long enough. He will be taken down. And look at the position of Uzin. Vronsky, they all want to take one down. The Cristiano's the only man who's eventually being caught by that Gusion as the Minion Fury on the other side go in and knock up onto 2. Loloi will move back as Starkey will also survive. They do not really have a lot of ultimate to play around in that fight though, but look at that, Pancrat out in the open! He still survives the combo Woozle! The Rondo coming in at the perfect second! That is an outplay of probably this entire series, Zakota.
I mean, that was a pretty nice play, considering the fact that Tigger could have went for a implosion play, but he didn't. But the Purify is bailed out from the Kibli. That's a big waste coming there. Even so, I don't think the Frozen could have killed there, but we're gonna see the Malefic gun in the hands of Slarky, and the final slash!
On the back line right now, Slarky is going to be running back to the safety as Vronsky is going to be going face to face, head on with Levi as it's already got 4 stacks up. You don't want to be caught with the Appraiser's Wrath out there, which lands in a no man's land with the Minion Fury on the back line, catching 3. Cristiano still falling as the first one. He will take 1 down before getting down as Slarky hops in. He's going to get the double. He wants to get the triple as well as the ball goes in and Danny falls to it. It's only Pancrat remaining, and the Lord is going to be taken down now as MEMENTO are trying to push for a game 3.
Yeah, I really feel like every time Birthright is taking the lead is when they engage really fast. First, the Minotaur or the Phoveus, because they can overextend easily. They don't have much mobility. And once Memento is together, I feel like they're always winning their fight. Once the Minotaur is making an ultimate, playing with his team, I feel like Birthright doesn't have any chance to win the fight.
I think so.
Implosion!
Could be a bit of a problem out there, though. Uzin getting a bit ahead of himself out there. Thought maybe he could eventually survive, getting caught by everyone, specifically the implosion of Mark. And that basically gives an opportunity for Birthright to now defend this Lord, Zakota.
I mean, I think the Lord was gonna get defended either way, just because the Granger is there in the front line rather than just zoning it out. But I think he's still gonna charge on the tower and take it below half HP. Yes, it does. Look at Levy all alone. But Slarky needs to be the target in the team fights. Arnold needs to go for him or for Loloy.
Yeah, they'll just be happy by taking that first one down. And the passive of mid lane is going to help them clear out the mid as well. And to be honest, it's absolutely fine to get the passive used up right now because it's only 20 more seconds so that it's going to be standing up. I like the idea of what Birthright did, but also good discipline from MEMENTO. Tier 2 on the top side and then immediately decided to back off right now. Now ZL, we will see Birthright getting caged and they will have to play as 5. But do you think, can they win this game?
I think if they get the good pick off, just like they always do, always taking one kill, they can definitely win the game. But I think if Memento is more disciplined, they will definitely win.
What about you, Zakota?
I mean, it depends who's gonna get the kill before the Lord. If they pick off Slarky before the Lord, I think it's in the hands of Birthright. If Pancrat somehow dies during this time before the Lord, this 40 seconds, I think it's gonna be GG. Birthright is gonna be done. And it's gonna go to a best of 3. It's all in the hands of Slarky and Lolo, I think, for Memento Mori. That's the only 2 people actually doing the damage. Yes, Uzin hurts, but Uzin can get picked off easily. The Liv is there, Mark is there. The Danny has the Minoan Rage to just knock him up. Lazaro is there, he can just stun him. I think they're gonna try to go for a concealed play.
I think so, they would want to. But here's the big thing now. Danny, even though on this Valentina, he's there, he needs to be probably the secondary damage dealer for the team. Because Pancrat is doing his thing. He's going 6, 1, and 4. He's doing a ton of damage with 10.5k gold right now, already completing the Malefic Roar as well, and is probably going for the Blade of Despair as the last item. But Danny, he's setting things up with the Minoan Fury, but he does not have enough damage right now. Probably can have, right? Sakamoto still going to survive out there as the way of the world is going to push everyone back, specifically now he has not fallen down, but his HP is low enough for him to hit back the recall or at least go towards the tower. Can be bursted down. Uzin it instantly. And ZL, now it's time for Birthright to defend another Lord.
Yep.
I mean, the second Pancart got poked down. I think that was the time. Hey, guys, that was the shot call. Kill Pancart or get him low enough, force him away from the Lord, and then we're going to have an advantage because they don't have a damage dealer. I mean, the Arnold would have been better on the roam and a different XP laner. Maybe even a Masha would be great here to burst down Sakamoto, even Loloi, because you can't really escape Masha's ultimate, you know, that is going to be a pain to deal with. And it's pretty good with the Fredrin as well. If you put Masha, Fredrin, you're going to have the frontline already, and the Arlot in combination, you're going to have the setters. You don't need an XP laner that does something. You just need him to be as proactive as possible. Just be killing.
I agree. At this point now, it's going to be a big thing now to try and make this play out here. Cristiano, the only man who's eating away all the daggers of Uzin out here, who's going to be standing idle for the next 10 seconds. Immortality picked up by Mark, a crucial item at this stage right now. But look at Phobius. He's a bit too deep out there. Ronsky taken down. A 3-man setup by the Minotaur, only to get the inhibitor down, as they will now eventually chase down. Uzin! Another Danny and Pancrat. The play of his lifetime. As this one, Prince of House Baxley takes down the Kingdom of Birthright. What a win for Memento, and what a way to push this to a map 3, Zokota.
Pick it early, you can't pick it late. You have to pick it in the perfect spot.
I think that in the previous game, Fanny was a really good pick. I think that Fanny is a really good pick against Fredrin. Maybe not Arlot. Arlot is kind of hard, but against a Fredrin and the Valentina, they don't have the damage to punish her. And Kimi in the early game, she can deal. It's actually free for her to destroy the Fredrin and everyone. I think that if she picked the Fanny instead of the Goshen, it would have been a better early game for them. And then the Kimi and the Bruno could have carried this. But yeah, of course, if you hit the late game with Fanny against against a Fredrin, Arlot, it's going to be hard. But you can definitely diff a lot in early game with Fanny, especially against Fredrin. It's a good pick against Fredrin. For me.
I mean,
True.
I don't think Fanny is a proper peek into a Fredrin, because you still have to think. He has a knock-up, he has a taunt. If you don't know how to control the cables, it's still, you can panic. But we're going to see a YS and Roger 2 marksman jungle. But Zed, what about last game? What if they picked Ling? Do you think Ling would have worked a bit better for Memento Mori or for Birthright? What do you think? Who do you think needed Ling most? Ooh, Selena. Cooking.
I think so. You know, yeah, he's cooking. He's thinking about it. I personally feel that if you're really focusing down on that, picking up a Ling could have basically worked out well for Birthright instead of that Fredrin as well. They would have had enough damage and someone to actually get that Kimi. But guess what, people? That happened in the previous game. We're going to throw that out of the window right now. Focus back down onto the Ascension, onto the Selena in the mid lane. I still remember a long back meta when Farsa used to be one of the prime picks in the mid lane. Selena used to be one of the hard counters for Farsa. You can land in those abyssal arrows from a range. You can always come in from flank. You've got the Garrote available to try and dash away from back to safety as well. Get an extra bit of flicker for a lot more mobility out here. I think so. This Selena pick is actually a very solid pick coming in. And they also banned out the Yu Zhong. So now there's not going to be a very solid EXP laner to jump on the Selena to try and catch her with the Petrify. And I like that idea too. But for Birthright, banning out this Arlot, pretty decent idea too, but they have to focus down on their own EXP laner right now, because the Phobius is the EXP on the other side. So they're probably trying to choke down that roam pool, right?
Zedel, I just received a message from one of your ex-team members from Farid. He said he always claps you with Fredrin when you play versus him. What do you have to say against Farid?
Farid?
Farid said that.
Farid is is not my old teammate. He's just a friend that's want to. he just said this to annoy. That's all.
I mean, before he went for the Switzerland ISF, wasn't he in your team in Old Miracle Gen?
No, he was never in my team. And the Swiss tournament, it was a tournament. It wasn't my team. With him, like it was just 2 of my team plus him and a friend, so it was he was never in my team. Yeah, he said this to Chola. I know him very well. He's not.
I don't know, man. He's saying it with
Is it-
confidence that and he didn't really
No.
respond to him. But who knows? Farid, the next jungle player, he's swapping from gold. You're swapping,
Farid's main gold lane.
I mean, you played gold for Team Obsidian. You replaced Farid. I mean, who was better, you or him? Now say it. You are better, right, Zedel?
I know that I'm better in terms of.
Oh, you're better than Farid. I
The
like
silence
that. I
is
like
too
that.
loud. Oh my god.
I was just kidding. We're having a little bit of fun around here. But what do you think of the draft so far, Zedel?
I definitely think Memento draft is so much better, like so much better.
I
mean, the glue pick is such a good pick here, but yeah, if glue wasn't here, I would have said Memento would have destroyed them in 10 minutes.
Here's the thing, whenever there's a Kufra, yeah, I mean, I think so they can. I think so they can, considering how Yi Shin likes to farm up till level 15 as soon as it hits 9 minutes on the clock. It is possible that in 10 minutes we would have wrapped up that game, but Slarky picking up the Irithel, he's going to have a priority in the gold lane against Danny. He should win out that one. The only problem that could eventually be on his face is going to be the Kufra on the other side. How are you going to try and dodge that Kufra up? So I probably think he's going to be running in on that Purify, but he also needs the Flicker to basically move out of the Feathered Airstrike of Farsa. It's so much, back and forth. It could go so much back and forth right now. I think so, Zakota. It highly depends on the Kufra's ultimate. If he can land some good knockups, if he can land in some good ultimates, I think so this could be a game that Birthright can close it. But if he fails to do that, I'm pretty sure Sakamoto and Slarky are going to carry it through.
I mean, keep in mind, the only target Kufra can really go for is the Irithel and for the, Selena, because says he has immunity skill on the skill 1, of course. But I don't like the Kufra here. It's a really bad misdraft. Pankrat on the Granger again, a bit early. Nazardo on the glue, I like. And Danny with that Farsa, it's good, of course. But Kufra doesn't fit here. Who do you pick Kufra for? For Selena only? To deny her the dash? It doesn't make sense.
Kufra really bad against Fulvius also. Because I don't think he can make a good engage here. If Irithel has good positioning with the front
Sakamoto.
lane.
And early revitalize. Exactly, early revitalize being forced out from his as well. Could
Guys,
be a bit of a problem out there.
Something. Look at Slarky's spell. He's using that. He's not even afraid of Mark.
Bold. I'll just say that's bold. Absolutely bold from him. Running in with that sprint as well. But it also gives him a lot more mobility and makes it difficult for Mark to actually catch him on the Kufra. So I think so that's, again, a double-edged sword out there. If it works really well. If it's hitting, it's going to cut you through.
I think that the sprint of... Oh, there's a little fight. I think that the sprint of Irithel is good because I think that she trusts the vision of the YSS.
Nazardo.
And the vision of the Selena trap also, so I don't think the Kufra can really catch the Irithel.
Could be possible.
It's such a difference because the Kufra, you see, he got stunned, he got dashed on, he just got slapped, What's the Kufra gonna do? Zero impact here, as you said. But Nazardo has to be the actual front line. Mark has to be the front.
Danny?
Oh, Danny is gonna...
Danny?
Not enough.
Yeah, he basically got himself in a pretty awkward position out there, but the Feather Airstrike now, he wants to catch in a few more people. The bomb coming in. Yet again, Ronsky's going to be shut down as that's the first flood. Going in for this Roger. But not before the turtle's been taken away by Uzin on the other side. This Fleet Admiral is powering up again. Level 5 already, 2.5 minutes into the game.
2.5 minutes into the game, and still... Memento MORI is in the lead. That gold lane advantage is already showing Slarky just pushing a bit more than the Granger. I think that's the biggest issue right now. But look at Kufra. He's there. He's ready to get a jump on. He has his Tyrant's Revenge up and ready. But Loloi, I think he's going to be a key player in this. He's already knowing that no one is on his left side. So he's just going to try to focus on the mid and rotate towards top lane to get a kill on that Granger.
Zedel right now seeing this Yi and Shin and Ethereal combination, right? I know you're not a big fan of Kufra as well, though, but what if he actually ends up landing in a big ultimate, probably catching two out there, and one of them being either Slarky or Uzin? Do you think they can make it in that team fight at least?
Of course, with the Roger, they can definitely. And since the mid laner is Selena, yeah.
Ooh, big stun.
Oh, long abyssal arrow out there though, but again the revitalize comes in from Sakamoto, the AOG. Not catching anyone, but guess what? The fleet admiral from the flat line, able to answer back. Levi getting shut down instantly. And that's already a 3 gain for the side of Memento Mori. The draft is now working for them perfectly.
That was such an amazing play from Sakamoto, just baiting them out into Uzin's ultimate. I mean, that's amazing. And Mark is gonna get punished.
A bit too aggressive from him out there onto the tower, not really being able to defend it or even survive it. That also means this next turtle is now gonna go in for Memento. Their snowball that started with around what, 100, 200 gold, it's now gonna go over 3,000 in less than a minute, Zakota.
It's over 3,000. No way. But look at Dan, he's getting stunned left and right. Lolo is hitting those stuns like it's nothing. I mean, that's what I'm saying. The top 3 mage in the entire tournament, in my honest opinion. I mean, you can't really rank these mages. They're monsters. But still.
Oh my god!
Oh my god! Recall Lolo, come on.
Yeah, nah, he's not gonna do that. He's not really jumping on Danny after seeing Mark being there as well. Cristiano being forced to use the split out in the open too. The bottom tier 1 is going to fall down and nothing is working correctly for Birthright. Everything is going left. And they can't really look up because all they see is an abyss down, and that's where Lolo is pulling all of them in. They're losing every single part of the map, and Uzin gets a individual kill on Levi. That is such a solid play.
That's an amazing thing. I mean, we said it. A better jungler. I mean, Uzin.
Oh, just a better jungler right now. It just seems. Big AOG out there, the Purify. Absolutely, the Purify being used up right now by Danny though, but Sakamoto is going to be the first one to fall because of that glue. You mentioned about that, but Ronsky still bonking on top of them, taking them down. The Abyssal Arrow marked a couple of them as again. It's going to miss the mark from Mark, who's going to run them back to safety. But the heavy crossbow, it's going to reach them all the way in their inhibitor. It's not even 7 minutes into the game, Zedel.
It's the Fovus, the Gatot. Oh,
Loloi didn't get a stun on that Kufra, but even so, look at Slarky. He still survived. It's only Uzin dying. Slarky is the life. He didn't lose any KD. He's gonna farm that top lane like it's no one's business. But look at Bankrat. Oh, that was a quick reaction time. But still, 4,600 gold in the favor of Memento. I mean, it's an amazing game already. Look at Levi. He's gonna get that free objective in the top lane. I mean, they're gonna lose that inhibitors.
Oh, I think they can still fight this. Oh my god, 3v5.
Catching on to one, Pancrat is the first one to fall out there though. Levi quick on that trade with the Lycan pounce out, catching the first, but this werewolf can't really see a full moon out here. This Admiral just blocking everything. Eventually helped him out take his red buff a bit faster than what he'd normally go for, but now Slarky is just going to have the time of his life. My guy just took down the tier 2 on the top side, and guess what? Not even 8 minutes into the game, not even 7.5 minutes into the game. You already have 2 items completed, 5.3k gold already.
But look at
for
Yi Sun Shin.
I mean, I'm just going to shut up right now. I'm just going to shut up, guys. This is, you know what? I normally am a believer, Zakota, but yeah, even I don't think they have a chance right now unless Memento make a mistake, which they are not making right now.
Oh, what is Irrital doing?
Whoa! Hold on! The second I say that they're not making a mistake, we see the first one. Slarky just getting caught out there. With the Tyrant's Rage and Revenge, Ronski's forced to use the Flicker as well as he jumped a bit too deep into that tower. A bit of a throw coming in from MEMENTO, or rather a good capitalization from Birthright. ZL, do you think they can make a comeback now? Farsa
I
is
don't think
also
so.
dealing a bit of damage.
I think even in late game, the right side is winning this. Because of the 4Vs, the Gatot picks, they are so deadly, they can buy so much time for the Irithel to destroy.
Look at Azardo though. He's gonna get Sakamoto out of the tower soon.
Ooh,
Absolutely, Sakamoto is going to be caught in by the Abyssal Arrow. Beautiful stun from Loloi. 3-0 and 6 on that Selena. An absolute monster out there. Every single one on his team has fallen, but he remains strong, standing on those legs. Perfect. On the other side, Birthright, Zakota, yeah, they are struggling a lot.
I think Wicked TZ is having a joyful moment right now, but still, look at Sakamoto. He is a monster. That revitalized all is getting used, but still, Slarky died for some reason, as they said before. Apparently, he just wanted to walk there, man. He just you know, I'm taking this part. It's the closest one to my death. I'm going to base, I'm gonna heal. But even so, we're not seeing a lot of impact coming in from Pancrat. Like last game, he was doing a ton of damage, but right now he's doing something mediocre. But look at Mark!
Why?
Yeah, he's going to be caught in though. Loloi for the first time falls down in this one. As even the split grab connected onto Rodsky. A big pick coming in for Birthright. And with that, they have lowered down the goal lead only down to 40k. They are getting the damage. And they will probably be able to defend this slot though. In the next 10 seconds, both the players will spawn up.
Look at Uzin.
And they're not really clearing the wave. I do like that.
They are freezing, trying to sync up the mid wave. That's what they're letting it do. The dead lane is not going to get cleared fast enough. But look at Mark. He finally got a blade armor to counter Wyse's crit damage and Irritels. But still, I don't think it's going to be enough to save them. The tower still has ability. The Lord is going to go to below half HP to 1/3 is going to remain. Look at Levi and Danny just zoning out that Lord. Sakamoto is going in, but not enough. Cristiano Nazardo is getting stunned left and right. Uzin is going to... They're going to use the tower ability bot lane. They're going to lose both.
It's absolutely fine. Still, there's a bit of time remaining for that one. Probably 1.5 minutes out there. But I love the fact right now that they've been able to defend that one. Sakamoto charging up his taunt out there. Abyssal Arrow not really catching anyone. So the passive still going to stand up though. But look at the top side. Pancrat still going to survive out there. The feathered airstrike will be sent in as well. It's a haywire chaos across all the fronts. But MEMENTO, MORI, they've taken down all the tier 2. ZL, now Birthright will be caged in their inhibitors. They'll not have any jungle to farm.
It's over, I guess. With the Selena seems so good since the first minute of the game. Her arrows are so on point, but a little throw, in my opinion, when they got the Lord, but they still managed to keep the advantage, and it seems very, very dominant in this game.
Dakota, any way that you can find for Birthright to make a comeback?
Luck, pure luck. Just hoping that Momentum MORI is gonna mess up on the Lord execution. That's the only thing. That's the only thing I can think of. Nothing much. You cannot engage. Mark is too far behind. Levi is 2 levels behind Uzin. Even if he fights for the Lord, I don't think he's gonna get that retribution. And they have Loloi, which is hitting nasty stun. It's like a AOG!
Stun into the heavy crossbow, into the avatar of the Guardian.
Again, one beyond.
Dropping like angels. Absolutely no chance for them to survive as this Farsa will fall. And no Phoenix out here to help her rise through the dust. It's a big 4-for-0 trade for MEMENTO MORI. And they will now focus down onto this mid. Only Mark remaining. He's got the rage. He's got the revenge. But there's no one
still
to
got
help
stunned.
this
Oh my
dude
God.
out. He can't charge anything as Ronski's there to taunt. And it's MEMENTO MORI to win this series and reverse sweep Birthright.
Man,